Hello, everybody. We are at DramaLibre Presents, and guess what? That's right. It's that time. It's that fabulous time for DramaLibre Presents, and we are looking at another sim. And I am dressed up, for the club, but that doesn't mean that that's what we're gonna do. Um, but that's what I'm dressed up for. So let's go ahead and take a look at our fabulous movie.
And now, the theme for next week's party.
This is Steve Martin reporting for KPUX 105.3, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Today is Groundhog Day, and throngs of happy revelers have assembled here to await the emergence of Phil from his burrow. If he sees his shadow, that means there will be 6 more weeks of winter, and Phil will return to his den to resume hibernation. It's dawn, and there is something stirring in the little house that the good people of Punxsutawney have built for their mascot. We can hear a rumbling sound and see the earth heaving up a bit around the groundhog house. Something has gone horribly wrong. A monstrous beast has emerged from the burrow. It's a giant groundhog. He's as tall as a 30-story building. Professor, can you help us understand what is happening here?
Phil the groundhog has mutated or perhaps evolved during his sleep phase. This has been observed many times in Japan, affecting primarily reptilian and insect life, but we have never seen this occur before with a mammal, such as a groundhog.
Phil is destroying the town, ripping buildings open with his claws and snatching aircraft out of the sky with his teeth. The National Guard has been called out, but it is to no avail. An entire tank corps has been wiped out by a wall of flames. Neither man nor his machines are able to stop this creature. It seems that Punxsutawney has no line of defense. I'm saying a prayer, Professor, a prayer for the whole world.
Attacking this creature is the wrong approach. The groundhog should not be destroyed. He should be studied. I suggest that he was angered by seeing his shadow and experienced discontent over the prospects of spending an additional 6 weeks in hibernation, delaying his participation in the mating season. After a day of horror and destruction, night has fallen. No longer seeing his shadow, the giant groundhog has returned to his burrow deep in the earth. For the living, the horror of today is over. The only thought left is the paralyzing fear that it could happen again next year. The menace was gone, but the whole world fears the return of Groundhog-Zilla. Next week, Saturday, February 3rd, 7 to 10 p.m. SL time, DramaLibre explores the dark side of Punxsutawney Phil. DJ Magdalena Kamenev will employ her musical superpowers to soothe the savage beast and defeat the fearsome Groundhog-Zilla.
Wow. So that's what we're in for, guys. Groundhog-Zilla. Let's go ahead and check out who our winners were from last week. All right. And last week's party was none other than the Overlook Hotel. And we had several winners. First place was Meredith, and she played the twins. And then we had Amy, who got second place, who was a skeleton in the typewriter. Ooh. And then we had another second place tie, and Randall was a winner as an axe carrying person. And then we have Mystic, who came in as the little kid on the big wheel. So, wow. Lots of good pictures, lots of great outfits that week. And that's our poster for this week. GroundhogZilla. Okay, I'm curious. I want to see what this is all about. Okay. So I've landed in this room. There's a mirror and a staircase that's leading me down. Okay. Oh. And they're selling Puxatawny fills. Oh. News van, ambulance. We're at Gobbler's Knob, Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. Me being from the West Coast, I'm quite appreciative that we don't have this issue. Because we have no seasons here. I mean, we do have rain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at what happened. He's huge. And he's surrounded by all this stuff. Oh no. They pissed him off and he's breathing fire. There are evil planes that are shooting at him, making it worse. Get some music going for you guys. Hope you can hear that. All right, some little tunage. Well, hope you guys had a good Saturday. I had a very busy Saturday. I've been running myself ragged all week. But it's been fun. There was an award show. I got this really cool award. I am ready to relax for a bit. And after this, I think I'm gonna crash like an infant on first day. Now, granted, I don't know how long infants are allowed to sleep right after birth. I'm hoping it'll be more than 5 hours, but we'll see. It's hard to say. Whew. I need to get out of the way or I might get a little singed. I have hairspray. And you know what they say about hair with hairspray. Goes up like you wouldn't believe. There used to be this hairspray place. Well, not even hairspray place. When you go out, nowadays they have actual places that do blowouts. Which surprises me because, like, wasn't it in the 80s they had big hair? It's like, why are we bringing back the blowout? I don't understand. I mean, it just feels very dated to me. What else? But apparently they have blowouts, and I don't think they style in a blowout. They just puff up your hair with your blow dryer. You know, I don't know. I feel like that's a little overrated. I don't want to pay somebody $50 to blow out my hair. I feel like that's a little much. But, you know, I can handle a $50 manicure because you at least have really cute nails for a month. Well, maybe 3 weeks. It depends on who you are. But anyway. Oh man, I'm feeling silly today. But I'm on punchy I'm punchy tired, so bear with me, guys. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm excited that the week is coming to an end, and I'm probably going to be chilling a great deal next couple of days after I get out a couple of episodes or a couple of videos out. What else? I think that's it. I'm putting out a request for photos of the week. And what else is going on? Yeah, so anyhow, I'm just getting through the day. Winding down as much as I can, and hoping you guys are doing great. But the award show was fun. It was insanely laggy, so I couldn't really do a speech, which was a bummer, but I was able to do some interviews and things, and that was really nice. So that was exciting. But I'm worn out. I mean, this week in general was so much more than I expected it to be. So I am quite glad that it's done. I can't believe it's Groundhog Day. We've already passed Groundhog Day, and that there's 6 more weeks of winter. But you know what? It's showing up in Cali, because we are we're having a current storm, and it's gonna rain tomorrow for, they say, about 24 hours, maybe until Tuesday. We can have up to 6 inches of rain. which is interesting. Um, Worries me a little bit, but I'm not in a floodplain area. I'm in the city, so shouldn't be too bad. Amy just reminded me that there was Aquanet hairspray back in the 80s. And, jeez, like, let me look that up, because you know what? The thing about hairspray, if I remember, hairspray from, like, back in the day had, like, it was, like, intense. I mean, we're talking, like, it had tons of alcohol in it, and it had some kind of stiffening component where it would last, like, for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And I don't know why the name Aquanet sounds familiar, but I have a feeling that I've seen something about that. Oh, there's even a thing. Aquanet hairspray, 1980s. Aquanet Extra Super Hold. Oh my god, they're selling it in Amazon. Of course they're selling it in Amazon. They sell everything in Amazon. Wow. Apparently in 1987, combined sale for hairspray and spritzes hovered at around 600 to 700 million. The category's hottest single product, Fabergé's Aquanet. Apparently accounted for. Let's take a look and find that article. Let's see. No, I'm not getting my answer. Oh, there it is, 607 million. Yeah, and Aquanet accounted for 100 million of that just by itself. Wow. Wow. At $2.29 a bottle or a can. Wow. That's a lot of hairspray. That's a lot of hairspray. Big hair. Oh my god, hilarious. It's amazing what the things people did, you know? I mean, dang. Oh, apparently there were other ways to use Aquanet. See. Oh, apparently they used hairspray on crinolines to make things puffy. And it's an old ballerina trick too. Oh wow, ballet dancers spray Aquanet on their calves to keep their silky toe shoe ribbons from sliding. Which sounds like a practical solution for those of us who plan on wearing chic lace-up sandals this year. That's interesting. Oh my god. The uses for hairspray, sticky hairspray. That's exciting. Wow. See, I would have never expected to hear that. That's interesting. But now I understand it because it's true. You want those ribbons to stay up, how are they going to stay up if they don't have some kind of an adhesive or something? But that's the same thing with, like, you know, wearing those really, like, those, when you're a woman and you're wearing a very cleavagey kind of thing, and you don't want it to move a lot because, you know, you don't want the girls to pop out, or, you know, or you don't want a nip slip or something. I can understand why they were doing, you know, boob tape and stuff. So I wonder if hairspray was kind of another trick too, for the or you know, it's like the things you worry about. Oh my God, the things I come up with. But yeah, apparently that kind of spray, especially in the vintage condition, in the vintage Hornland, was very bad for the ozone layer. So they've reformulated now, but apparently it still is got some adhesive power, or it wouldn't be used for sandals. It's just not, they're no longer using whatever component or ingredient that was causing ozone depletion now. But I think that was true for not just Aquanet. I think it was true for all hairsprays. That there was just a specific ingredient that was just really not something that you could use. In fact, I should look that up too. Let me look it up in Google. What was the ozone ingredient in hairspray that is no longer, that is discontinued? Oh, chemical fluorocarbons. It says relatively harmless when released lower atmosphere. They undergo a reaction when they hit the sunlight in the stratosphere. The chlorine in these chemicals releases and destroys ozone layer, protective cocoon of gas that shields us from harmful radiation, solar radiation. Okay. Interesting. And apparently chlorofluorocarbons have not been used since the late 70s because companies voluntarily eliminated them, and later as a result of federal regulations. The Clean Air Act and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency regulations further restricted use of chlorofluorocarbons for non-consumer products. They now use propellants such as hydrocarbons and compressed gases like nitrous oxide that do not deplete the ozone layer. Aerosol spray cans produced in some countries still might contain CFCs, but they cannot be legally sold in the United States. Interesting. So now you guys are getting a lot of information. So am I. We're finding out a lot of cool info. I guess, you know, science and evolution. You'd be surprised what happens when you just kind of, you know, keep things changing. So that's very cool. Well, thank you, Amy, for bringing that topic up. I really appreciate that. And can you believe it? We've been on for 24 minutes. All right, I'm not gonna keep you guys hostage for very long. Let's go ahead and just check out who's here in the house. All right, we've got. Let's go. Oh, Mandrake is the mole from Caddyshack. How do I know that? Because I actually just saw that movie a few weeks ago. I was in the mood for a really vintagey movie, and that movie cracked me the heck up. Oh my god. It was so extremely ridiculous and funny. Alright, and then we've got Star in her combat gear, and we've got Ronaldo as a mole. Or as actually Puxatawny Phil, potentially. Alright. Then we've got Tad and Lumina, who are doing their best dance moves. Next to... Oh, and then we've got here Ella Regina manning the cannon. And then there's Patty. Hey, Patty. And Jessica. Oh, fabulous dress, Jessica. Oh, I love the hair. Love the hair. Oh, and then there's Xerxes. Now, for those of you who happen to like this particular Godzilla, you can get it on Marketplace for only 100 linen, and it breathes fire. It's cool. Then there's Vince Viken. Hey, Vince. And Amy. And Fringe. Hey, Fringe. And Cassie and Old Soul. And then there's Kathy Ryder. And let's read her sign. No more winter, spring, summer, or fall. Yeah, eliminate all the seasons. That way we don't have any problems, right? Then there's Mystic in a tank, and Zinthar Zinner with, I guess, a suitcase or a portfolio, or I don't know what that is. And then Magda in her best warrior princess gear. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get our photos up. All right, we've got several textures, I am sure. So we'll go ahead and take a look at those. I'm going to pull up 2 of mine and not all 5 of them. Oh, and let's do a couple of from Sky. Okay, let's open these. Hi guys. All right, look at that. All right, we've got Amy. She's literally Puxatawny in her own little town. And then of course there's Ronaldo as Puxatawny. And Star. And that's me. And Rendell. Yeah, I came as I was planning on clubbing. Oh, this is my friend Sky. She sent me 4 photos because she's a new member of a team I'm working with, and I need to add her to a roll call for this staff video that I created. So, all right, guys. So that's what we've got for photos of the week. Let me go ahead and let's look at them again. Okay. And let me get let's get the newer ones. Okay, open again. There's Amy and Ronaldo and Star. And a couple of close-ups, one close-up of me. Then there's Rendell, another close-up. Okay. Took me a while to get started dancing. All right, so that's what we've got for photos of the week, guys. Thank you for those who submitted your photos. I am going to be heading out because it's a little tiring and it's 8:40. But I'm glad that we talked about chlorofluorocarbons and why they're not in use anymore, and how aerosol hairsprays work now, because obviously they are being propelled by some kind of an ingredient that isn't a chlorofluorocarbon. and how hairsprays have been used for all sorts of things, including crinolines and tutus and all sorts of cool stuff, just to keep things nice and stiff. All right, guys. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm having a great weekend, and I want to thank anybody who took the time to watch the Second Life Video Creators Awards show. It was a 2.5-hour show. Oh my god. And I got the first award of the night, which, as you know, is kind of like going to the Oscars and being the first one up. I had no idea what to expect. Unfortunately, my computer decided to not behave, so I couldn't do a speech, which was a bummer. I had to type. But it's all good because I got to see the rest of the show on video, and they are sending me my lovely reel of all the stuff that I do, which I had not realized I had done so much stuff. But anyway, have a good weekend, guys. I will catch you next week. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and if you have a chance, check out this build. It is a cool build with actual planes coming through and shooting at Punxsutawney Phil. So it should be really exciting to see if you even if you're not here at the party, although the party is a fun event. All right, that is all I've got for you. So let's quiet down the music, and let's go ahead and put up our open and closer for the channel. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be heading off because there's so many things I have to do. I still have to finish the shop and hop and do all my videos for the shop and hop and picking up all the gifties. I hope you guys are doing great. I will be doing that and finishing that off very soon. In addition to pulling out the newest Grid News episode, which I'm working on right now. And I guess that's it. Like I said, have a great weekend. And I'm glad we had a cool science lesson that I was able to look up for you guys on this YouTube. And that's all I've got.